Mic check. a little bit late. A little bit late. Everybody come on in, hit the like button. What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me see who we're here. Toya in here, what's up? Lord in here, what's up? Reed in here, what's up? Hulk. Master Wackness, third in here. Untitled said pick a hat. This is a new one. It's made out of like a potato sack type of material. Yeah, that's a new one. A little bit late. Say struggling to find a hat. A little bit. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just a little bit late. Just a little bit late. Nah, I didn't say I'll trick you again. No. Everybody hit the like button. You heard the Clips album? No, I haven't heard the new Clips album, man. Burlap? Maybe. Yeah. I don't know if you can see it, like it's like a twill. I zoomed in all these bumps I got on my face now. Got some acne going on. I don't know what's happening. So I might exfoliate tonight. I might. Said Ty probably got a hat bar. Yeah, I do. I got a hat closet for sure. For sure, a hat closet. Hey, what's up, Chris? Yeah, everybody relax. Everybody relax. All right. Skyfall says soda. No, I ain't had soda in a minute. Everybody relax as we proceed. Where do we begin? Where do we begin, man? Shout out to Day One. What's up, bro? He said for the hat tax. We here. Carvin says, I need an apology for your AI slander 2 months ago. You've been going crazy on Chat GPT. Hey, you know what? Chat GPT, it's all right. Chat GPT, it's all right. Somebody said cookie bumps. No. Roids, I can't take steroids. This shit is all push-ups, nigga. Fuckers. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, we outside. Hey, we outside. We getting cut. Getting shredded. Everybody relax. What's up, Keep It Techie? Hey, don't worry, I'm gonna open the panel up, man. I rescheduled the live stream and laid down and took a nap. So I'm late. And my dog ate my homework, all that shit, nigga. All that shit, man. Okay, so where do we begin? Do we begin with the Epstein files that didn't exist but was on Pam Bundy's list? Do we begin with that, or where do we begin? What do y'all want to begin? Start with Epstein? Let's start with Epstein. Yeah, let's start with Epstein. All right. So y'all thought the list was going to come out. A lot of people thought the list was going to come out. Pam Bundy said she had the Epstein files on her desk. It's the gang. Listen, the gang doesn't care. The gang don't give a fuck. A lot of people are gonna realize, like, the gang don't give a shit. Now, look, here's the thing this is what I thought was gonna happen. What I thought was gonna happen was Epstein was gonna be, Trump was gonna be wiped out of all these documents. Trump's name was going to be erased and scrubbed, and then they was going to give a heavily redacted Epstein list. But lo and behold, they just scrapped the whole list. So again, in this country, with this regime, hey, shout out, hey, there we go. There we go. There we go. Shout out to Techie, man. There we go. Shout out to Techie, man. I gotta get you a wrench. No, delete this one. Delete this one. You gotta delete this one. You gotta delete this one. Hey, you gotta delete that one, bro. You gotta delete that one. So listen, hear me out, okay? Nobody cares about this shit, man. All right, and I hope this is a political red pill moment for you guys. All right, a political red pill moment where you realize, like, hey, Trump was supposed to be draining the swamp. Ain't no swamp getting drained. All right, sorry to be the bearer of bad news. All right, the swamp will not be drained. All right. Yeah. Shout to Dusty. They hashtag they know, hashtag they don't care. There will be no draining of the swamp. All right. There will be no draining of the swamp. All right. So if you were just like, oh man, Trump gonna bring the change that we need, blah, blah, blah. Like, shut the fuck up. All right. Shut the fuck up. You know, a lot of people talking all this shit about, oh, we in the swamp and, you know, the deep state and all the rest. Shut the fuck up. All you motherfuckers, you fucking groypers, all these motherfuckers on Twitter, all these motherfuckers talking all this shit about, oh, we got to do this and the corruption and the this and the that. Nigga, shut the fuck up. All right? They don't give a fuck about no kids being abducted and Lord knows what happening on the island. They don't give a shit. Sorry. That's tough for a lot of people to, you know, to realize now. Now you gotta, you know, keep the conservative talking points going and pretending like you care about, you know, drag queen story time. But then you got to live with the reality that you're voting for the team that didn't give a fuck about Epstein Island. All right. You got to, a lot of people are put in a bind with this situation because, you know, we don't want girls competing against the boys, and you carry, you know, you carry all of these righteous standings, and then you got to live with the Epstein list. Poof, vanished in thin fucking air, nigga, like it never existed. All right, like it never existed. You got to act like this whole big trial didn't happen. You got to act like there wasn't a client list that was already turned over during the case. You got to act like the flight manifest wasn't turned over during the case. You got to act like Weinstein killed himself. I'm laughing, but it's not. It's really not funny because the logical trick bag that you have to dismiss and get rid of before you can carry on forward, knowing that all of those kids that was, if it's no Epstein files, then what the fuck was they investigating? Makes you wonder. Everybody hit the like button. Cabal said political theater strikes again. Again, what happens now, right? Let me do this real quick. Everybody hit the like button as we proceed. As we proceed. Get over here. So here we go. Let's get to this, right? So this is one of the lawyers that's actually a part of the case. Let's do this. Give me 1 second. So this is one of the lawyers that's actually like part of the case, right? He has something to say.
Every document would prove I was innocent. So let me tell you, I know for a fact documents are being suppressed, and they're being suppressed to protect individuals. I know the names of the individuals. I know why they're being suppressed. I know who's suppressing them, but I'm bound by confidentiality from a judge and cases, and I can't disclose what I know. But I hand to God, I know the names of people whose
hand to God.
But I hand to God, I know the names of people whose files are being suppressed in order to protect them.
And so, again, you have people who were actually part of the case said, hey, man, I know for a fact, there are files being sealed. All right. There are files being sealed. And what files? That listen, man, what files? That's what I want to know. What files? That's what I want to know. What files? Now, let me do this real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay, give me 1 second. See if I can find it. Here we go. Is this it?
In the world to answer that age-old question, two-state. Go ahead, you give him your honest answer.
I think Palestinian.
Hold on. Dang, we got to talk about. Damn, we got to talk about Benjamin Netanyahu coming over here too. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. This it? Here we go.
One of the biggest ones is whether he ever worked for a American or foreign.
Here we go. Here Standing on big island business. Here we go. All right. So we got Trump here. Trump gets asked about, Trump get asked about the Epstein files.
Jeffrey Epstein, it left some lingering mysteries. One of the biggest ones is whether he ever worked for a American or foreign intelligence agency. The former Labor Secretary, who was Miami U.S. Attorney Alex Costa.
Now, that's another thing too, right? Is that Epstein, all right, is people say was Israeli Mossad intelligence. Okay. And I don't think a lot of people understood this question and how and why it was asked. Because when they start talking about did he work for a foreign entity or some shit? No. They mean he should have asked more directly. Was Epstein Israeli Mossad intelligence? Was he a spy? All right. And the correct answer is yes. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. He specialized in blackmail. All right. This is why everything was documented. This is why they know about the list. This is why everything was written down and recorded so it could be used later. All right. And let me get out of there. Hey, let me get out of there. All right. Let me get out of there. And this is why you have, what was it? It was which president was it? They had a picture of a president wearing a dress, like hanging up in the mansion on this island. I can't remember what president was it? I don't say it was George Bush or something. There's a bunch of weird stuff going on with the island, man. Oh, it was Clinton. Okay, so yeah, they had a picture of Bill Clinton in a dress, like hanging up in the mansion on Epstein Island. Just fucking bunch of weird, strange thing, man. Moving right along. Yeah, everybody hit the like button as we proceed.
He allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency. So could you resolve whether or not he did? And also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the night?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, why was it a minute missing from the jailhouse footage? Why was it a minute missing from the jailhouse? What happened within that minute? And a poor Pam Bundy, so I don't think she was a merit-based hire. I'm gonna just say that,
If
Hey,
I
Pam,
could,
could I just interrupt for
Sure.
1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
Are y'all still fucking giving a fuck about Jeffrey Epstein? Trump got to step in with the. Are y'all still talking about fucking Jeffrey Epstein? It's like, come on, man. Like y'all give a fuck about children being fucking molested and shit. Like, are y'all serious? Are y'all fucking serious? Y'all gonna sit here and talk to me about one of the biggest cases ever? And like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Y'all talking about like draining the swamp? Really? And again, they didn't have a problem talking about Jeffrey Epstein during the campaign where there was promising people that was going to get to the bottom of the Epstein files. And, it is what it is. Like, now we have a problem talking about Jeffrey Epstein. And I think that this is going to be a common theme because a lot of people was banking on this as being one of the main reasons why they voted for Trump, because Trump was going to expose the left and all the corruption and draining the swamp and all the rest of that shit. And, Epstein Island was a big piece of that, So again, and Epstein Island, don't get it twisted. It was a bipartisan fuckery event. All right. They was bipartisan on the island. I make no mistake about it. All right. Roscoe said they forgot Trump is a liberal. Yikes. Everybody hit the like button. Let's go. Like, you could tell Trump, like, oh man, Epstein again?
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time, and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this, where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration, but you go ahead.
Sure. First, to back up on that, in February, I did an interview on Fox, and it's been getting a lot of attention because I said, I was asked a question about the client list, and my response was, it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file along with the JFK, MLK files as well. That's what I meant by that.
No Martin Luther King files have been released. And the JFK files that got released, very questionable, but, you know, came and went like it wasn't nothing, you know. And yeah, the gaslighting is crazy, man. It's going crazy. It's like, can you believe these people want to talk about Jeffrey Epstein? Can you believe? Just, you know, we got so much going on. It's like, what the fuck? Unfortunately, that's not how it works. They don't care. They don't care. You know, it's it is fucked up, but this right here is a stinger. You know, this right here is a stinger. The Epstein, like, I don't even know what you would call it. Just like it's a vanishing of the Epstein files, or I mean, I don't know. Like this, it's so diabolical that they just be like, there are no files, nothing happened, nothing to see here, keep it pushing. I didn't think that they would get this diabolical. Like I said, I thought they would redact Trump, maybe a few people on the right, just to, you know, keep everything rolling for the game. But for them to just say like, nah, ain't nothing happened, you know, ain't shit to look at. You know, that was more, that was real diabolical. That was really diabolical.
Also, to the tens of thousands of video, they turned out to be child porn downloaded by that disgusting Jeffrey Epstein. Child porn is what they were. Never going to be released, never going to see the light of day. To him being an agent, I have no knowledge about that. We can get back to you on that.
But again, so this is another thing that I'm seeing with the Jeffrey Epstein is that since Jeffrey Epstein is no longer with us, Jeffrey Epstein is going to get most of the blame for everything. All right. So just be prepared for that. Jeffrey Epstein had, child porn on his, computer or whatever. But where did he get that shit from? And so now it's just going to be like Jeffrey Epstein did everything on his own. And that disgusting pig is no longer with us. And so nobody's going to be held accountable. That shit is going crazy, man. It's like, okay, so Jeffrey Epstein was by himself. Like, nobody else was involved. Like, knock it the fuck off.
And the minute missing from the video, we released the video showing definitively the video was not conclusive, but the evidence prior to it was showing he committed suicide. And what was on that, there was a minute that was off the counter. And what we learned from Bureau of Prisons was every night, they redo that video. It's old, from like 1999. So every night the video is reset and every night should have the same minute missing. So we're looking for that video to release that as well, showing that a minute is missing every night.
How can you show the missing minute? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, how the fuck you gonna show the missing minute? So if the evidence is that the minute is missing repeatedly, what the fuck you mean you're gonna show the missing minute? How you gonna show the missing minute? This shit, hey, this ain't none of my business. I'm just saying, like, I got questions. I got questions. All right. I have questions. I got questions. Don't hit me with the missing minute, you know, the broken cameras, and it's gonna be missing. Nah, fuck that. Ain't no missing minute. Missing minute, nothing. Ain't no missing minute. You know? Ain't no missing minute. Sorry. So Obama on the list. Now he in Hollywood. I mean, man, there's a lot of people that flew out to that island, man. A lot of people flew out to that island, man. What the fuck was happening on that island?
And that's it on Epstein.
That's it on Epstein. Nothing else. All right. Shut the fuck up about Epstein. All right. So there you have it. You know, shut the fuck up about Epstein. You know, I like this because everybody is like, you know, the Epstein binder. This was good. Let me see if I can. So again, this everybody. This is everybody with the Epstein binder. Let me see if I can. Let me get in on this. Here we go. Look at all this. You know, he got an Epstein binder. Well, these people don't give a fuck, right? Hey, look at this. Epstein files, phase 1. Look at that shit. They don't give a fuck, right? Look at this shit. Hey, this is it. Hey, this the fuck. Hey, this some wild shit, man. Boy, I tell you, man. Yeah, this AI. This an AI picture. Yo, this shit funny as hell, man. They don't give a fuck, man. We looked into it. There was no files. Like, what? Hey, this is, you know what I'm saying? Here's your, like, what? How's this possible? You know, they got their hats, they got their merch, you know, they're happy as can be, man. Look at them. Look at them. Check them out. Yeah, this shit crazy, man. What the fuck? And this, again, this goes back to what I was telling y'all about, like, where are we going with propaganda? Where are we going with propaganda? And are people going to challenge what they see with their own eyes and ears? Right? So again, something like this where you can truly see that people trust government more than reality. You know, people trust what Trump says, what political figures say. People trust what they say more than their own eyes. Fortunately, everybody is not sheep. So everybody is not going along with the program. Everybody is clearly saying, hey, I don't give a fuck. Y'all had Epstein file binders. I seen them with my own eyes, right? And, you know, I think that's Pam Bundy right there. Oh, there she is right there. She said, what she say? She said, I had the client list. I had the client list. It's like, no. You had the Epstein files, phase 1. So if it's more than one phase, that means you got a lot of files. But again, like somebody said, this shit might just have like a bunch of loose leaf paper in it. You know, they bought one size binder for everything, so they fucking. This shit crazy, man. What the fuck? Yo, seriously, are we gonna? Let me play. I could play this in the background. Actually, let me see where it's at. Let me run this back. Where it's at? Hold on. Did I play it already? Damn it. Okay, yeah, I lost it. Yeah, I lost it. Is that it on the Epstein files? Because is that it on the Epstein files? What else is there to cover on the Epstein files? Dang, you know what? We gonna hold on. We're gonna revisit the Epstein files tomorrow. We gonna revisit the Epstein files tomorrow. All right. Beige Lives Matter. Scope says Trump is my guy, but he moving suspect about the Epstein documents. Maybe there is some other people he's protecting. I feel if he had any real reign on his name, they would have already dropped it. It's bipartisan. Like I said, man, it's bipartisan, man. So, okay, we're gonna do a part 2 on the Epstein files because I want to cover Candace Owens on the Epstein files. I want to cover Officer Tatum on the Epstein files. I want to cover Nick Fuentes on the Epstein files. So I'm gonna do an Epstein files reaction live stream tomorrow. That way that'll give me some time to gather all the clips and stuff, because you got some people that's like, I don't give a fuck about the Epstein files, man. Like, let's drop it. Like, they really are. And some of these people was gung-ho about going in on the Epstein files. The Epstein files, we got to get all these predators out of our government and all the rest of this shit. And you have people who did a total 180 turn and, said, what's the point of the Epstein files being brought out? And, just leave it alone. There's no need to contact any of the victims and all type of shit, man. I'll talk about this, all type of weird reasons why they shouldn't look into the Epstein file. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So if anybody got any clips or anything you want me to react to, post it in the Discord. That's where I'm gonna gather a lot of that stuff from too. So put it in the Discord, the Epstein review files. That's what I'm gonna look at tomorrow. So, Techie says some of them was going hard about the Hunter Biden laptop too. No, we was going crazy about the Hunter, that Hunter Biden laptop. We needed that. Him FaceTiming kids, little girls and shit. Yeah, we needed that. But what happened with that? Nothing. Nothing. He said Nick mad that Candace put him behind a paywall. I got to check that out. So, and shout out to Nick Fuentes, friend of the show. He is totally disgusted. He totally disgusted. Let me see. Hold on. Um. Oh, here we go. Hold on. No, I gotta run this one for the gang, man.
Coming out.
I gotta run this for the gang. I gotta run this for the gang, man. FWA general, man. You know, FWA general, man. We talking about one of the big dogs in the FWA community, man. You know, Mr. Alex Jones, Mr. Prison Planet himself is extremely distraught, man.
Obviously, there's nothing the globalists wouldn't do to keep this from coming out. They've already tried to kill Trump repeatedly. Had they rolled over, I see a lot of signs that, Trump's pretty much in charge now. And so all evidence points towards them using the information to control the deep state. So meet the new boss, same as the old boss. The Who song won't get fooled again. This is going to be an unmitigated disaster. I don't know how they got Trump and the DOJ to do this.
Listen, man. Hey, man. The coping is crazy, man. Listen. This the whole thing was just like, man, I don't understand how the deep state, I don't know how they got Trump and the DOJ. To like, man, knock it the fuck off, man. knock it off, man. I don't know. I just said, I don't. I don't know how they get. Nah, you know what the fuck time it is, man. It's the gang, dog. Like, stop fucking joking around. All right, stop joking around. Say, and Troyer, yeah. Stop joking around. I don't know how. I don't. Shut the fuck up.
Because the public is not buying it. No one is buying it. So
it don't matter if anybody buy it. All right, that's not how authority works. Okay. And this what? Let me get on a big screen real quick. This what you fucking sheep gotta fucking live with. This what you fucking sheep gotta deal with. You fucking sheep gotta deal with the fact that it don't fucking matter what you think is important. It don't fucking matter, nigga. It's the gang, bitch. If we say that shit don't matter, it don't fucking matter, nigga. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, bitch. We out of here. Ain't no fucking Epstein what, man? Shut the fuck up, nigga. Y'all know what time it is. Yeah. It is what it is. Sorry. I don't know how the deep state, I don't know how they got Trump and the DOJ, nigga. Fuck that shit, nigga. It don't matter. All right. Get your ass out there and fucking try to explain it the best you can. And that's what a lot of these, like, that's what a lot of these MAGA conservatives, they got to deal with this type of shit, man. It's just not good, but again, nobody don't give a fuck about this shit, man. I don't give a fuck about this shit. Sorry. Shout out to Black Sigma said MAGA versus MAGA the movie. Yes, we are going to talk about that third party because again, issues like this kind of force a third party into existence because when you have a situation like Epstein, the left and the right, just like looking at this shit sideways. You have issues like Israel, the left and the right, agree on that shit. So, when they talk about Elon pushing a third party, it's going to get some traction. But we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. So, yeah, make a citizen's arrest. Do something about it. Do something about it. You don't like us. if you don't like us doing this shit, do something about it, bitch.
I never saw any evidence of Trump involved in any of the stuff that came out. It was all fake. The fake Jane Does, all the crap. You know, E. Jean Carroll, the crazy leftist cat lady, all of it. So now, by coming in and being part of the cover-up, the Trump administration has become part of it.
Damn. Damn, that's hey man, that's a tough pill to swallow right there, man. Like, hey, I didn't see any evidence of Trump being involved in it, but by them participating in the cover-up, they're a part of it. Now, I will say this. Elon Musk is he was finally funny to me because he said Steve Bannon is in the Epstein files. I don't believe Steve Bannon is in the Epstein files, but the joke of it is that there are no Epstein files. So how in the fuck could Steve Bannon be in the Epstein files? It's funny as shit because then people just started saying everybody was in the Epstein files. But I see that shit. I said, man, wait a minute. Why the fuck is Elon saying that, Steve Bannon is in the Epstein files? Crazy, man. Yo, what files? Ain't no fucking files, nigga. How about y'all walk out? How about y'all get the fuck out of here in a single file line? All right, how about that? Want a fucking file? How about you file your ass up out of this motherfucking room right now? Huh?
I mean, it's just you cannot see it any other way. So I just got to the office. I'm gonna go throw up actually, and this only happens every few years when something really, really bad happens or something. I mean, I'm physically gonna puke probably right now. My mouth is watering right now because I have integrity, and I just really need the Trump administration to succeed and to save this country, and they're doing so much good, and then for them to do something like this.
Man, the gang got motherfuckers crying, man. Like the gang, the gang got motherfuckers sniffling, man. I can't believe this. Nigga, fuck you talking about, man. Okay, well, these shit for them to do something like what, nigga? Nothing happened. There is no Epstein files, nigga. There is no betrayal. The whole shit don't even exist. What the fuck is you crying about? This shit never happened. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, bro, hey, listen, man, it is what it is. Somebody said a bad actor. Yeah, these is like High School Musical tears and shit, man. Get it together.
And then for them to do something like this tears my guts out. And, the left, they're all complicit. They're openly promoting pedophilia. We know they're pure evil.
Oh, shit. And again, like I said, the Epstein Island was bipartisan.
And they'll think it's all funny. Oh, look, Alex is sad. The MAGA's tearing itself apart. Your globalist masters literally want you to eat bugs and live in a 5G, 200 square foot coffin apartment. Look at the left. Look at them all posing with their...
Just, again, man, just... the left-right paradigm is so just... The left-right paradigm is just like... I hope more people just wake the fuck up. Like, seriously. Like, just wake the fuck up. Wake up. The left, the right, just the left. They're just laughing at it. It's like the left. It's like, yo, shut the fuck up, man. Reality, I don't even want them to wake up. Man, I do want people to wake up, man, because it's always going to be an escape route. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like the left. The left is all it's the left. They're laughing at us. The left is the left, the right, and it's like no. Crazy. George Golden said there's been at least 2 MAGA Republicans that have been arrested for being child creeps. These two in the last 2 months. Damn, I covered one of them. It was one of them. The guy who actually coined the term Trump derangement syndrome. That dude, I covered. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember us covering that guy. He got caught soliciting a kid for sex. They picked him up. You know, he got locked up. Then they found the backpack with the gun and the creepy shit in the fucking bag. All the, you know, like, yeah. They said, what? I don't remember. I'll post it in the Discord. But I did put to, I think I titled the live stream to catch a MAGA, to catch a conservative, some shit like that. I forgot what I called it, but this dude had whole campaign videos with him and his family, and you know what I'm saying? And they was, you know, walking, holding hands. They was out by the lake and shit. It's like my family values, blah, blah, blah. This dude trying to get with a fucking kid, man. Had a whole hotel room and everything. Yeah, he had a creep kit. Yeah, a freak bag. Yeah. They're the guy in Minnesota. And this the thing where it's like if you buy into the left right paradigm shit, you're gonna be thinking like this. This your thought pattern. Only people on the left. You see what the people on the left. We know they're pushing pedophilia.
Your globalist masters literally want you to eat bugs and live in a 5G 200 square foot coffin apartment. You look at the left. Look at them all posing with their Pfizer shots, looking like dead zombies. I mean, come on, you guys. And you know the left. They're all complicit. They're openly promoting pedophilia. We know they're pure evil.
You sound like a fucking yo. Listen, I can't even have a conversation with people, man, because people be so locked into this left-right paradigm that even though you're talking like facts and shit, they'll just say or make it into your opinion some type of way. It's like, no, this is the facts. This is what it is. This is reality. This is reality. All right? This is reality. And they'll just be like, nope, can't tell me. The left, the liberals are doing this. The libtards. It's like, bruh, you are screwed. You are cooked. And they can't see it no other way. They stuck. You know? And, you know, Peggy said this is why people call it a cult. Yeah, a lot of that shit on the left is a cult too. The whole left-right paradigm is cultish. It's cultish. It's just like, well, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, but I don't, I don't believe that. That's, that's the liberals, It's like, what the fuck? Yeah. I got something else about that. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna do the reactions tomorrow. I might do the Epstein reactions tomorrow. Yeah, American politics is cultish as hell. You know. What was I doing? Said each side believes they can't do no wrong. Nope. Let me do this real quick. I just dropped the link if anybody wanted to come up. So what was I doing? Ah, that's where it's at, my emails. Dr. Thunder, what's up with it, bro? Let me pull this up real quick. So we got to get this going. We got to get this going. Because we gotta tell the truth about what's going on, man. So I remember when Zelensky went to the White House and had a conversation with Donald Trump and JD Vance. And in that conversation, they talked about Ukraine's odds against Russia. And they was talking about how Ukraine didn't have the cards. And it was talking about how Ukraine couldn't do this, and Zelensky didn't want peace, and Zelensky was a dictator. Zelensky was making the process difficult, and that he just needed to, do a deal and they can work everything out. Zelensky, for once, let me just put this out there. I don't co-sign Zelensky. I know Zelensky is a flimsy, sissy puppet puppet person. I don't see Zelensky as, some honorable, battle-hardened leader or no shit like that, But he stood his ground and he said, I'm not agreeing to anything that doesn't come with guaranteed securities. Now, when he said that, it became he's ungrateful. Trump said, you're only able to act like this because we have your back. Going in that direction. JD Vance brings up diplomacy. Zelensky said, okay, well, since we're going to talk about diplomacy, let's talk about all the peace treaties of the past that Putin broke that were backed by the United States. JD Vance didn't like the history being broken down before him, and he gave a feminine response about appreciation and saying thank you and all this bitch made ass shit. We talking about fucking war. All right. And after that, MAGA went crazy. Oh man, we not giving Zelensky no more money. We ain't fucking with y'all no more. Woo, woo, woo. We done with Ukraine. Biden gave y'all money, but Trump ain't giving y'all money and all the rest of that shit. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is trying to do a deal with Putin. Putin is giving him the runaround for fucking weeks. All right. Putin is literally agreeing to certain ceasefire fucking conversations just so they can reposition themselves on the battlefields and shit. Just pretty much playing Trump like the fucking idiot. All right. And they sent people over to Russia to talk to Putin and Putin, had these motherfuckers wait for 8 hours only to tell them that he not fit to obey what they said, sent them back to the United States and shit. And this went on for weeks and weeks, and to the point where I was over here saying, at some point, Donald Trump is going to have to come out and tell everybody that Putin is the one who doesn't want peace. Putin is the one who is not cooperating. All right. I was arguing with niggas for hours on this motherfucker, man. For hours, telling niggas like, no, bro, this is not a diplomatic approach. All right. This is just not a diplomatic approach. And again, my opinion is Trump should have just abandoned all this shit. Like, man, I don't give a fuck about what they got going on over there. Y'all hurry up with that shit so we can carry on and figure out shit later. Right? That's my opinion. I'm not even talking about him saying he can end the war before he even get into office and shit. Day one, I'm going to end the war type shit. I ain't even bringing that up. I'm bringing up everything afterwards that ended up to where we are now. All right. And so far, Putin has not cooperated. In fact, the Kremlin been mocking Trump for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Saying he was emotional and shit for his True Social post about Putin and all the rest of it. And so here we are, and nobody is talking about this. All right. And again, since then, we have been backing Ukraine with weapons, money, and intelligence. So again, I don't even know how Trump think he's going to negotiate with Putin while he's supplying all of this to Ukraine. All right. So while he's doing all of this, right, Zelensky is still cooperating. They do a deal for minerals. Now, from my understanding I didn't think it was no minerals. And I was hoping that it wasn't no minerals, not to prove Trump wrong or say Trump fucked up, but that would have been a really good excuse to just abandon the whole shit. Like, well, we don't have no interest in none of this shit. But they did do a minerals deal, and unfortunately, the territory where the minerals were supposed to be, Russia has captured that territory. Okay. Now, I remember telling motherfuckers, like, if we have a mineral operation in Ukraine, yo, put a 1 in the chat if you remember me arguing with niggas. I said, bro, if we set up a mineral operation in Ukraine, that is going to guarantee our military presence in Ukraine. In Ukraine. So this shit kind of happened under the radar and nobody reported it. But apparently one of the biggest, I forgot what type of deposit that they had over there to be mined, was pretty much just taking over. Russia just took over the territory with the precious, with the rare minerals and shit. And fast forward to today, and we have more resources going over there because we have to. All right, because we have to.
Are you planning to send more weapons to Ukraine?
We're going to send some more weapons.
Yes, we're sending more weapons to Ukraine. Yes.
Are you planning to send more weapons to Ukraine?
We're going to send some more weapons. We have to. They have to be able to defend themselves. They're getting hit very hard now. They're getting hit very hard. We're going to have to send more weapons. Your defensive weapons, primarily.
And again, why do we have to defend them? Why do we have to defend them? Yo, we have to defend them. We have to defend them. We have to give them more weapons. They're being hit really hard. We have to defend them. Yeah. Yeah.
No more wars.
Hey, we in this one, bro. We in this one. And again, I told niggas, I said, yo, we gonna have to defend Ukraine if we have a rare earth mineral operation coming out of Ukraine. It's gonna be defended. Now, again, for me, who owns that operation? Who was supposed to benefit for that shit?
ABD Razik said it real clear because Lockheed Martin was making that, bro. Like the military
industrial company.
Exactly, bro. Like it can only go one way, and this is why I keep on every time I argue with niggas, I be saying the same thing. I don't know how motherfuckers did not peep this in 2016, bro. This nigga Trump, he's a fucking neocon. He's no different, bro.
No, but Trump, hold on. Because the same people thought that he was going to end the war on day one, ignored the fact that he said, I gave Ukraine missiles when Obama gave them javelins. Like he bragged about the weapons that he gave Ukraine.
Bro, but Todd, but what you don't understand is when your IQ is that high, you can listen to somebody say something one day and say something else the next day, and you can believe whatever you want.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because you have a high IQ.
And then Trump can be like, "Oh, this ain't my war. This is Biden's war."
It's and like, you'll believe it because you got a high IQ because you believe something like that. You feel like I don't understand why this is so surprising. You know what I'm saying? White people got so high IQs. You know what I'm saying? He could just say this one way and then act completely.
Black people, you know, believe everything too. Don't get it twisted.
Man, come on, bro. You know, man, niggas ain't really making decisions like that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
As you talk about white people, look.
Hey, the Calvary Iran. Calvary, I'm gonna let Techie cook. You know what I'm saying? Let me man talk.
Hey, you got to change your name on here, bro. But I'm saying though, bro, it's just like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? But my thing is, here's Trump saying, yes, we are sending more weapons to Ukraine. And again, where does this balance out? Like, where does it become worth it? Like, the defense that's going to go into defending Ukraine just to get the minerals. Like, how much fucking rare earth minerals are we getting out that motherfucker to put, you know,
man, they just gotta say that, you know,
and like where does it become profitable?
Exactly.
We're looking at this from a business standpoint.
It won't be. Ain't no business. The business is in the weapons that we selling to the Ukrainian military and the contracts that Lockheed and Raytheon and Boeing and Northrop Grumman are going to be getting to supply these weapons. The minerals, we ain't never really going to get these minerals. It's supposed to be like $300 billion in minerals or something like that underneath the earth. First of all, it's going to take time to even get the infrastructure set up to get that in there. That's not even going to happen. That's not even going to happen. They're going to blow that shit up. It's going to be, they're going to sell 500 billion to 800 billion in just weapons, funding this shit in perpetuity. And that 300 billion that's under the ground, that could stay there. You know what I'm saying? That could stay there. That's rookie numbers. You know what I'm saying? We spent $1 trillion over the course of 10 years, 15 years in Afghanistan. Clean money, freshly printed US dollars. What are we talking about?
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
What are you
Hold
talking
on, let's
about?
do, let's do this. Let's do it. Hold on. Okay, we got to take it. Hold on. Everybody relax.
What up, Techie?
What's happening, man?
Everybody relax. So we got a little AI action here to tell us about the U.S. and Ukraine minerals deal.
Ah,
All right.
shit.
The U.S. and Ukraine have signed a minerals deal that established a joint investment fund for Ukraine's reconstruction, with the focus on developing the country's critical mineral resources. The deal involves the U.S. contributing to a fund through a financial and military assistance, while Ukraine will contribute 50% of the revenues from the newly issued licenses for critical minerals, oil, and gas exploration. This agreement aims to unlock economic opportunities for both countries while providing Ukraine with potential security benefits and addressing U.S. concerns about its past financial support.
You know what's so funny about this? You
I
know
don't
what's
know
so funny about this?
Dive deeper into AI mind. Let me see.
Is that somebody had to program this response? This is exactly what they want motherfuckers to believe. You know what I'm saying? Like this is literally AI really is a script. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like,
you don't believe that the mineral deal was like for like reconstruction.
the word of the day is pretense. I be saying that word all the time. The word of the day is pretense. That's a pretense. That's when you just looking for a reason to do some shit that you would have done anyway.
Nah, bro. That shit not just programmed in there. That's not no script.
I'm pretty sure they got it. Well, let me double check.
Tell me where I'm wrong, Techie. Tell me where I'm wrong.
Y'all know I don't really
It's
fuck
just
with
not
AI
no
like
script,
that.
though.
Hold on.
The way those large language models work, they feed information into them to teach them how to respond to certain things. And then once it has the information, then it just spits out the facts and it writes it in a human form based on the way it was learned, how it was taught how to write. So it's not like a script or nothing. That's just or somebody saying
You're right.
You should
you're
put
right.
this out there or put this information out there. It's actually pulling from the facts.
Sure. So to say it as a script is too wrong, but I'm sure that you're familiar with the phrase "garbage in, garbage out."
Yeah.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is this: when it comes to this foreign policy, when it comes to this, what, in my opinion, what I perceive as these pretenses for the military-industrial complex to just keep that machine churning, they only gonna give this AI garbage in, bro. It's gonna say it's only gonna be fed a certain narrative. It's only gonna be fed a certain amount of facts.
I think this is a matched fund for the reconstruction of Ukraine. I do believe that shit.
Nah, I don't. Well, I don't.
That's what it said. I believe.
When is the reconstruction? When is the reconstruction gonna start?
Well, you gotta wait till after they finish bombing the shit first.
Well, of course, exactly. We're gonna have to wait until they stop. When realistically, when the fuck is that gonna happen?
I don't know. We got Ramil up here. What's up with you, bro?
Oh man, chilling. Seeing what we mad at Trump for today.
Yeah, we talking about your boy again. We talking about your boy.
Hey, you got anything to add to the Weinstein shit? What do you think about that Weinstein situation? It's a gang thing or what?
Well, I mean, they definitely finesse. They definitely finesse niggas on. Niggas was thirsty for that shit too. Niggas was waiting. I honestly never gave a fuck about it, but he definitely finessed his base on that one. They mad at him for that one. You know what I mean?
Hey, them cute Anon, what they call it, the pizza gallery motherfuckers, man. The Goipers. Yeah, the Pizzagate motherfuckers, man. It was going crazy for that SD shit.
They thought they came out and said, y'all ain't getting shit.
I thought they was just gonna take Trump name out of the shit and just be like, here, y'all fucking do whatever y'all want with this shit. And
they
then
said, fuck all. They said, yo, fuck it. Y'all still TCA. Y'all still talking about this shit. That shit ain't gonna go nowhere. That's gonna be one of the them weak spots right there because
yeah, that's what I said too. Like somebody definitely they're gonna always be trying to sneak that Epstein shit in there.
And that's
when it comes to like I mean, people be virtue signaling like a motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. But when it comes to like kids and shit like that, people gonna act like they care. They're not gonna let that shit slide. They're not gonna. I don't think that's gonna be a stain.
Well, nah, but he the king of not letting shit go though. This nigga still talking about 2020 election was stolen. This nigga still talking about Hunter Biden laptop.
The 2020,
this nigga still talking about
this
nigga still talking about
the 2020 election was stolen.
Prosecuting Hillary Clinton.
That ain't gonna
all
happen.
this shit. No, I'm just saying though, this nigga don't let shit go. So out of everything you don't let go, this is the one thing you want motherfuckers to let go.
Well, okay, so funny. So here's the thing though, right? Because again, like I was saying, in the left-right paradigm, all the agendas and shit towards kids and protecting the kids and stuff like that, the left is, you know what I'm saying? That's where they contribute all of that to the left. So they can't really go at the left for that shit if Trump and them's like, it ain't no Weinstein list. Like that's crazy.
But the FBI agent director and his homie, they said they finna quit because of that shit.
Hell yeah. It ain't gonna be no way around it.
Yeah, that's gonna be a stain. That's gonna be a
yeah, Kash Patel.
I love how all these motherfuckers really just jumped out the window on this shit, bro. They took the most extreme maximal position and now they gotta literally do a whole 180, bro. Like that's and playing in your face like, well, I didn't really say that. Y'all misinterpret when Pam Bondi said, well, it was on my desk, but that was for review, you know? So, like,
yeah, but I showed you all of them with the Epstein file.
Yeah, in front of the fucking
with the White House.
Man, they gonna memory hold that whole shit, bro.
Nigga, that's that fucking power, bro. That's nigga, when you can say, what the fuck is you talking about? And then everybody just gotta like go with that shit. Like, nigga, I said it ain't no fucking Epstein files. Nigga, beat it. What you gonna do? Crown X? What you gonna do? Make videos about the shit? Nigga, you can't do shit. Y'all fucked up out here.
Well, I don't know though, because that's how that shit got pushed in the first place. Like that's how Bangino and Kash Patel and all of them got popular just from talking about that shit.
No matter, nigga. If Trump say that shit don't exist, they gonna get they monkey ass in front of the camera and tell everybody how it don't exist. The same way Trump came out of the White House and said, we totally destroyed Iran's nuclear programs, nigga. Take it or leave it.
And then we shot down all the missiles they shot at us. But did y'all see that article I put it back in the Discord?
Nah, I didn't see that one.
Nah, he one of the actual rockets got through. They got a report on it, and they was able to see it from the satellite images. You know what I'm saying?
A rocket from where?
From Iran.
Iran got a rocket over American soil?
In Qatar.
No, we got one of our bases. Yeah, one of our bases. Yeah.
You know how they was saying, Trump been saying for the last couple days or whatever that we shot down all of them. They actually didn't shoot down all of them. One of them actually hit one of the communications towers in Qatar.
Nigga, fuck
it didn't
that
hurt
shit.
Anybody.
Nigga, fuck that shit. We shot all them bitches down, bro.
Okay.
If Big T say we shot all them bitches down, we shot all them bitches down, bro.
Hey, where's that nigga, man? He got to pop up because apparently it's a lot of drama in the Red Sea right now. The Houthis getting active right now.
They shut down the Strait of Hormuz. That's what they saying. That's what they saying.
They say they got some shit stuck in the water. Our word on the street is. So I don't think this shit. I don't think it's close to being over like that, bro. Yo, we got to get Mercy in here. Cause Mercy said, "Is the Red Sea open? Yes or no? Is the Red Sea open? Yes or no?" Now, so I got
real quick on the Ukraine. From what you pulled up,
what's up?
It seems like the America was getting the minerals. According to the
But that's what I'm
deal.
saying. I got to show you this though, because apparently where the minerals was located at, Russia conquered the territory with the minerals.
Yeah, it don't matter. Like we could have a deal that we gonna split the profits after we take this territory, but we still gotta take that territory first. You gotta run them niggas off the block
The
first.
only
You know?
Minerals in Ukraine is under Russian control. That's what
The minerals that deal is talking about. That's like
hold on. So the minerals so you telling me that the deal that the minerals was for was strictly for Russian territory, nothing else.
Not for Russian territory. It was Ukrainian territory
Ukrainian territory conquered by Russian. There's no other
before they conquered
the largest mineral deposit in Ukraine. That territory got took over by Russia.
Yeah, and that was after.
Is
that shit?
Is that it's the largest mineral but is that the only one based on the deal? Because just because it's the largest doesn't mean it's the
that's what everybody's talking about.
Majority.
That's what everybody's talking about.
I'm not talking about what everybody talking about. I'm talking about does the deal say that only bank, that mineral bank that Russia has, is the only part of that deal, or is it referring to minerals also throughout Ukraine? Because just because it's the largest mineral base doesn't mean it contains most of the minerals in the country.
I think it's for the whole country. I think
so
it's still really in place. They could get whatever they can get from whatever they still have of the country if they still
exactly. If that is the case, then it is sort of a quasi benefit, because I mean I heard what you saying earlier, but rare minerals are worth a lot of, that's how we build a lot of things. Like I that definitely would pay for the quote unquote any security tenfold. I mean, we're talking about rare raw mineral.
Oh shit, look at this article though.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's going to come at the cost of giving Zelensky and them what they went to the White House to ask for, which is guaranteed security.
I mean, it's a fair exchange. There's no robbery. I mean, if it's profitable to get the minerals that are available, if it's profitable,
I don't think it's going to be that profitable if the deal was to rebuild Ukraine and shit too. Like
rare earth minerals can definitely be. It depends on the volume. I mean, it can be profitable. That is, we're talking about rare earth. That's why it's called rare. I mean, we're talking about.
Yeah, but you still got to pay for the energy to extract it, the logistics of it all, and the security of it all. Like
it can be profitable even with all of that.
I think it's a lot less.
Let's look at how much a mineral.
I think it's a lot less. I think it's a lot more opportunity that like it's rare earth minerals that's not in a war torn country and shit that you could take advantage.
Not necessarily, no, because rare earth, just like in Congo, actually rare earths are in war torn countries. That's because they're so valuable. I mean, that's just how it is. Anytime you have rare raw materials like that, it's going to be, conflict. We see this in other places. Like Congo, the richest place.
But that's what I said. They fighting against each other. We like a third party fighting against some shit just to get the minerals out.
That's what we do.
I said we should be worth it. I said we should have just took that shit. That was my original argument. Like, if they owe us, hey, we gonna get our minerals out. Y'all keep that shit over there. We just coming to, we coming to recoup. We just came through the re-up. Like,
yeah, but they ain't got it, bro. Like, how you gonna take some shit from a nigga that shit already gotten taken from him? You gotta take it from the other.
You saying Ukraine has no minerals, Django?
No, man. Hey, you know what? Hey, rumor was they didn't have the minerals. I was hoping that they didn't have the minerals.
Yeah, that was the first. Yeah, that was the
What's the
first.
facts?
I was hoping that they didn't have the minerals. That way, so we could get the fuck out of that shit with clean hands. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's
Man, you
not
know
the
what?
American
You know
way,
what?
though.
Yeah, exactly, Ramil. Let me ask you this. So, let's say, for sake of argument, the deal was regarding all the minerals in that whole territory, even the shit that not been conquered. What you think America gonna prioritize first, given the way that we move? We gonna prioritize the shit that we can get that's not under dispute, or we gonna take it there and fight with the Russians?
That's going to be prioritized,
bro. But what we doing right now, we still sending them weapons, bro. So clearly the real money is in running them niggas off the block first, bro. We got it. America can't take no L's, nigga. America ain't about to.
The real money
Man,
is,
come on, bro.
America ain't taking nothing.
The
but
real
L's.
money is in the worth of the rare minerals, and it's profitable. You still got to spend money to make money. Spend money on the security to profit off the mineral. Well, I don't know if you guys understand how valuable.
That's all.
I don't think you understand how valuable war is. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let Mercy take. I'm gonna let Mercy take it away. I'm gonna let Mercy take it away.
You need those minerals to make the weapons.
What I'm saying is, maybe I'm missing something, and like you might be right, Ramil, but to me, I just think that it's a lot less. It's a lot of other places that they probably could get these minerals from.
They can get it from here. We got them here.
And the thing was, didn't Russia said they had more minerals that they could have done the deal with? Like Trump could have.
That was Ukraine shit. They was talking about Ukraine. This shit
but why use our shit when you can use somebody else's shit?
Because it don't cost blood.
I mean,
it don't cost American blood.
It's costing other people blood, bro.
Exactly.
But it don't cost blood in our money.
It don't cost American blood.
It's costing us.
I mean, we still supporting them. We still supporting them,
nigga. Fuck it.
We still supporting them though. So like, and then that's what I was gonna jump in and say, like, whoever I was arguing with about us being low on weapons. Somebody was saying that shit. I don't know.
Yeah, we low on. Yeah.
We're not.
Yeah,
low
we
on
are.
weapons.
Yeah,
well,
we are.
How the hell we so quickly sending Patriot missiles over to?
He sent 10
Patriot missiles over.
Trump said he's sending 10 Patriot missiles.
Bro, we sending them period.
10. Hold on, wait. And at the same time, Russia just launched 4 Yuscon missiles. Okay, for every missile, it takes at least 2 Patriot missiles to try and knock it out the sky. So that's 8 right there. So now they only got what? 2 missiles that Trump sent. We ain't got it.
We finna start sending more weapons, bro.
We ain't got it.
Okay, all right.
If we was low on weapons, the dollar would crash. I don't know.
Yeah, because we one of the biggest.
Here, I'm gonna play because you remember, Techie. I know you've seen it. You remember when and you be reading the papers too. You a smart brother. You know that right now the strategy for the U.S. military is the division of labor, quote unquote, division of labor and strategic sequencing. Why? Because we can't wage war on three fronts simultaneously. You know, like I know that the biggest priority right now, they trying to secure them Taiwanese chip manufacturing capacity.
You ain't heard them talking about China in a while.
Exactly.
Because they can't do it.
Exactly. They got to take this shit one at a time. They got to delegate. They got to wage these proxy wars. And that's why I'm saying, like, the only way to keep this proxy war going with the Russians is if we are taking it from the standpoint of these minerals going down, we have to see it from the standpoint of we got to use these minerals as an excuse to keep the proxy war going.
That's all we doing is using it as an excuse,
because also contribute to the American economy because it creates products that we buy every day.
What American is benefiting from this
those
mineral deal
minerals
right
literally
now,
go into
other
how
than
you make
the
all
defense
modern day.
contractors.
If we got the mineral, but the truth of the matter is the deal was a hoax in the get go.
Thank you.
Russia already had the majority of the territory of the minerals. What Ukraine had left was the farmland. Now they say you could drop anything in
Where's
Ukraine
your
and
proof?
it'll
Where's your
grow.
proof? I need, like, you guys said, like earlier I said it was a rumor. Where's the proof that there's no minerals outside of the Russian? Are y'all just
Where's the proof
they have a
from
deal
that Trump
so,
got this deal and that they got these and that Ukraine got these minerals in their possession?
Ramil, you a court nigga. You a court nigga. You a court nigga. You understand the concept of a burden of proof. The burden of proof is on the motherfucker saying that the shit is there in the first place.
No, the burden of proof is the one who's saying it's not there.
No.
No.
There's a security deal in place. And so you guys are saying the security deal is a hoax. Okay, so you got to prove it's not a hoax. The security deal is already there.
Motherfucker, I'm not gonna
security
agree.
Could be there, but that don't mean that the minerals is there.
So
and Trump, but it's up to Trump to prove to the American people that they're there, because we're the ones paying for it. The burden of proof is on him.
Okay, so
like how can I? That's like coming to a table to do a real estate deal. You ain't even got no financing. I'm just supposed to take your word for it that you got the financing. Where the money at, nigga? Where the bank statements at, nigga? Where the paperwork that's showing that the shit is there? What, you know what I'm saying? When the shit about to go down, like, what we talking about? The burden of proof is on the motherfucker trying to make the deal.
50% of these quote unquote mineral revenues are supposed to go to building Ukraine, right?
Mm-hmm.
After the war is over, which is when?
After the war's over or now?
Which is when? After the war's over.
The war's over.
It might.
They can't. How they gonna build? How they gonna build? Realistically, you a smart nigga, Ramil. How they gonna build shit? How they gonna build shit when they still? How they gonna build shit when they still got rockets coming out from the motherfucking sky?
Russia's building their shit.
Wait.
We build during war all the time.
Okay, check this out, Ramil. It don't matter if they got this deal to build Ukraine, because when Russia wins, Russia has to say so. It might not be a Ukraine. Russia called in other countries that surrounded Ukraine and talked about promising their piece of the land back that was taken, that was made part of Ukraine. So Russia is working something else out in the back. America just talking. Russia is the one that's winning on the battlefield. And so if they win the war, they go. So
Ukraine was winning on the battlefield. Y'all be sure.
No, I never said that. I
don't think nobody know who won in that war. I think it's all. I mean,
from my understanding, they didn't lost millions.
It's a stalemate.
That's what I'm saying. Like, nobody knows who's.
It's a battle.
Hold on, y'all ain't seen the missiles being dropped since.
Yes, I've seen the missiles being dropped. But are they moving forward? Did they move forward after that? No, that's what.
Yes, they are gaining ground.
All right, I ain't finna argue with you today about that shit, bro.
They are gaining ground.
Okay, yeah, you're right. They are. Mm-hmm. Anybody could go look at the damn map.
You could look at. After spider web, after they did the spider web, what did Russia do? Russia been bombing them constantly. You seen that from Ukraine?
Okay, so Ukraine.
Yes, I've been seeing them fighting back.
You seen Ukraine dropping bombs like that on
before that. Right before that, they blew up a fucking big ass ammo dump in Russia.
They haven't been dropping. Russia just fired like 500 missiles the other day, and all of them hitting.
Okay, so most of Ukraine's minerals are not even occupied under Russian territory. All right, they still control the majority of their mineral deposits.
So are we pulling them out the ground? Are we pulling them out the ground?
I will say I say we all speculate, because
it's not
Russia saying
it's a fact.
How's it a fact if you're not there on the ground?
Because so that is the territory that Russia controls is known, right? They control the largest deposit. That's what you guys said. That's not majority of the country. Just because they have the largest deposit, it could be a whole bunch of medium-sized deposits.
It's
more than that. So do you guys know what Russia controls of Ukraine?
Oh, I did it. I did a while ago when I was actually following.
It don't matter.
But
It don't matter because
from
if it
what,
did matter,
but that was early in the game when I was telling you they had the majority of the deposits. What Ukraine had left was the farmland. But you got to think about it. With all the ammo that's being dropped, the farmland is now polluted.
All right. So once again, we have the security, this deal in place, whatever, and then on top of that, any source says Ukraine still controls majority of their mineral deposits. Okay.
so why then are we not bringing the minerals out the ground? Why are we still fighting over territory that Russia got? If Russia got mineral, if Russia got
territory, but we're over there getting okay. So what is the U.S. doing over there right now?
They're not supposed to be over there.
That's what
I'm saying. What are they doing over there right now?
I can tell you what they're not doing. They're not pulling the minerals out the ground that Russia don't control.
I can tell you what they're not doing. They're not fighting Russia.
No, they're not fighting Russia.
They're not fighting Russia.
They're not
fighting Russia directly.
Right. No.
That would be a war.
You're right.
That would be a whole war. So what are they doing over
yes,
there?
you're right.
They're over there. They over there.
They got a security deal in place to get 50% profits. What are they doing over there, Django?
They over there.
Not shit.
They over there acting
That's what they're
as
doing.
Consultants, and we got
They're not fighting Russia. Okay.
We over there acting as consultants.
Ramil, you saying
also
who's over there consulting?
We are the United States, and we're also over there. We also over there controlling those missiles that we gave them that actually got the distance, because we're not giving Ukraine the firing code. So we're putting.
You know what? I'm glad that you said that, Mercy. I'm glad that you said that, Mercy, because that just goes to show that what we're doing on all that other territory is still war activities. Okay, we're not extracting minerals out the earth. We don't care. That's a pretense. That's what I've been trying to say this entire time. That's a pretense. The money is in the war, bro. If the money wasn't in the war, then all that land, that's war not going on, where we're not fighting Russia, like you saying, Ramil. We should be extracting minerals out the ground. That ain't happening.
I'm asking what he said we're consulting. I'm curious like what we're doing. I was just curious, but I know
we consult. We
fighting Russia. That's
we over there. Well, we consulting with them on strategies for the war. That's what we got. That's
the foundation being set up to follow up with the agreement that's in place. Are we getting set up for that possibly to extract?
Nah.
Let
me tell you what.
That right there, I don't believe is happening at all.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, let me tell you exactly what's going on. Exactly what's going on over there is we got special forces on the ground mentoring the Ukrainians, and they're actually teaching them how to run these operations, as well as we are able to since we got people there with them. We are able to get intel from CIA assets, CIA assets, as well as through the other countries that are there. They're providing intel through NATO as well, because it ain't just the U.S. there; it's other NATO countries there as well.
Yeah, the MI6 is there.
Yeah. So that's what's going on, and that's been happening since this war kicked off. Like. You can go back and look at the videos when Russia first invaded. The U.S. sent a bunch of people over there to mentor and help train up the Ukrainians to start fighting against the Russians as they were coming in.
They called them advisors.
Yeah. Well, they were already training Ukraine to go to war with Russia way before Russia even went in there.
Well, the
goal was to use Ukraine as a battling ram to weaken Russia.
It was just they were training them to protect themselves.
That's what they say. Yeah, that's what they say. That's what they say.
Like that's what them niggas.
That's what they say.
Like they was trying to get that shit cracking, bro.
That's what they told the public.
Yeah. The goal was to take for you. They believe that Ukraine could destabilize Russia, and the people in Russia would raise up and disable the government,
No,
and then
the
they
reason
would
why,
then they would be able to split the resources of Russia. It's not really
no,
the
it
goal
has
wasn't
nothing to do with
Ukraine
that. No,
resources,
it
it was
has nothing.
Russia.
It has nothing to do with that, Mercy. Let me tell you exactly what you leaving out intentionally. You intentionally leaving out that Russia has been fucking with Ukraine for years. They've been messing with their elections. They have been meddling with their government. They have been trying to poison people that they don't want. Voted in as the president.
We didn't overthrow the Ukraine president. We wasn't responsible for the what is it, the Maidan revolution or whatever that was over there.
Techie, you kind of taken for granted that the Ukrainian government is actually like a sovereign, like legitimate government, and not like a puppet.
Hold on, Tech, are you saying that we wasn't the ones that overthrew their government and put Zelensky in?
I don't know. I don't think so. I didn't look into that. I don't think so. From what I know, the guy that was trying to run from before that, the Russian president tried to kill him. Because we talked about that on here before. Django even remembered was chiming in on that. They tried to kill a dude. They poisoned him. The Russians poisoned the dude because they didn't want him. They were trying to get their person voted in. Russia was. Russia was doing that.
You know what? I'm glad that you brought that up, Techie.
Russia,
because that just goes to show whether America is trying to install a leader into Ukraine that's beneficial for the American interest, or whether Russia is trying to knock that motherfucker out or get somebody in there that's more favorable to Russia interest. The Ukrainian government is just a fuck, like Mercy was saying, it's just a battering ram, bro. It's not really like an independent state that you can really say has its own interest.
I say it is because it does have its own interests. It wants to be sovereign. That's why the whole issue was them wanting to join NATO.
But
that don't make them sovereign.
But that's only because you had a leader in there that was sympathetic to NATO in the Western Alliance. If Russia was able to maintain the leader in Ukraine that was sympathetic towards the Russians, they wouldn't be gesturing to
they would actually
NATO.
Be part of Russia right now.
Ukraine was supposed to stay neutral.
It
was supposed to stay neutral, and once they started going towards the west, they had like what 50 something CIA camps. They was doing biological weapons in Ukraine.
That's only because Russia was stirring up and creating fucking a whole bunch of bullshit going on in Ukraine. They were stirring up a whole bunch of shit. Like they the ones that put that white supremacy. You know how you was saying that shit a while back. I did some research on it. They the ones that put that shit in place, bro, to try to start a revolution inside of the actual country, so they could get them.
Are you saying Russia put the Nazis?
Yeah, Russia did that shit.
Oh no,
Russia funded that shit. I'm not
no. The Nazis kill communists, bro. What are we talking about?
The Nazis fought Russia.
It don't matter though if they benefit your goal. You know how Russia is. You know how Putin is. They'll use whatever to benefit their fucking goal. If it benefits their goal, they'll use fucking because don't you remember the Russians back in the day did a pact with the fucking Nazis before they came over and worked with the
we did a pact with I don't remember. I remember us doing a pact with the Nazis.
No, that's how
in recent history. That's how
the Nazis went into Poland, because they had a pact with the Soviet Union, a non-aggression pact. So Stalin would take a percentage of the land of Poland, and the Nazi Germany would take a percentage of Poland. But then Hitler backstabbed Stalin. That's why he sided with us, the US or whatever, and the allies or whatever. That's what happened in World War II.
Hold on, wait.
Let me ask you this, Techie. Let me ask you this, Techie. The Azov Battalion, the radical Nazi paramilitary group contained within the Ukrainian military, were they killing Ukrainians or were they killing Russians?
They were fucking with Ukrainians and Russians. Well, all of them people
predominantly,
Russian anyway.
predominantly, who did they say they was gonna kill? They was dipping their It was like a whole thing in like the media salacious shit. Like they was dipping their bullets in pig's blood.
I get what you're
type
saying.
shit.
I get what you're saying. They were going after Russians, but it was to start a war. Like shit like this has been happening for years, bro. This is how bro, these people be playing games. This is how the Nazis actually went into Poland. Went into what was it? Was it Poland? I think it was Poland. They staged some shit. They had some people dressed up in Polish uniforms come in and attack some shit so they could say it was a defensive move for the reason they're invading Poland. Bro, Putin is on that same type of shit. These motherfuckers be doing some evil shit. They'll kill their own people to fucking start the shit for the ultimate goal that they're trying to reach, bro. The motherfuckers crazy over there, bro. I don't understand why y'all.
What I'm getting is that Ukraine was in a civil war, and they were actually
funded by the Russians,
and they had two. Well, I guess we would call them cities or whatever, or states, and they agreed to succeed from Ukraine. Ukraine was bombing them, and it was mostly Russians. And so they agreed to succeed from Ukraine and become Russians, a Russian part of Russian country.
Yeah.
So they were genociding them, and that's why Russia came in.
Yeah, and Russia was sending people over as well. They had operatives coming over the border, helping those guys to make a reason for them to actually invade. You gotta look into the shit, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It's a lot of.
I mean, what I've looked at and looked into.
Yeah,
Russia is on the right side of the equation. They're on the right side of history from what I'm getting from the research that I've done.
I mean,
they're on the right
side of history. Who is? I don't know, bro. To be honest, because we've been at odds with Russia for years. That's what all these and I've talked to you about this forever, dog. As far as the proxy wars, that they've been engaging with the U.S. for years, bro. Like I don't know who's right and wrong at this point. Anyway, I mean, yeah, you're right. They shouldn't.
Oh, you don't know who's right and wrong now, because you guys were saying Russia was just
Russia is the enemy. If you from this country, Russia is the enemy, bro.
Yeah, man, you just gotta pick a side. You just pick a side. Just pick a side. Just pick a side.
What you mean?
It ain't about what's right and wrong. It's just pick a side. You know what I'm saying? I'm begging big red, white.
That's like saying, okay, well, Iran is the.
So what I'm saying is, we live in America. You think I'm gonna side with another fucking country that's trying to fuck over our country?
Yeah,
no, nigga. That's some whole shit.
I'll ride
Let's go, Tanky. Yeah.
Listen, if they fucking wrong.
I'm not gonna ride with them if they're wrong, because
Russia declared America an
Well, go live your ass in Russia then, nigga.
Hold on.
Let's go.
Go say that again. Say that again. Russia what did what?
Russia declared America an ally.
Thank you. We are the aggressors. We are the aggressors.
I didn't say it was aggressive. I'm just saying at the
they declared us an ally after 9/11 on the war of terror.
And it wasn't
we're talking about the Budapest.
In 1994, they called us an ally. They literally said we are. They said they are our allies.
We are the aggressor. It's our government. It's one thing to be for the American people,
but I'm just saying that's what Russia said.
Okay,
and they haven't changed their stance.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. It's not that I'm against the American people. It's the American government that's at fault. They are the aggressors. They are the ones that's going over here taking the land. We're not going to benefit from anything that comes from Ukraine.
Check this out, though, Mercy. Okay, I get what you're saying right now about Ukraine, But let's talk about Afghanistan. How the motherfuckers was paying $1,000. They was paying the Taliban $1,000 to kill Americans. Let's talk about Vietnam.
Okay, hold on, wait, wait.
No, nigga, let me keep going. They were
I
funding
thought
the
I was
Viet
gonna
Cong
I was gonna
to
answer
kill
the
Americans.
Afghanistan before we keep
Oh,
going
my
down
bad.
the
I'm
list.
sorry. My bad.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So you got to think about it. If Afghanistan is a sovereign nation and people, are you talking about Iran was helping them or Russia?
Russia
Okay. So
through Iran.
So that's a sovereign nation. We went to a whole nother hemisphere to fuck with some people that we started. We started Osama bin Laden.
No, we
So
actually didn't. Let me
oh
tell
my,
you how it. See, and that's the thing. Y'all always conveniently leave out the history. Russia invaded Afghanistan first, and we backed the Mujahideen, which was Osama bin Laden them and all that shit to help them fight against the Russians. Yes,
so
to
why did
drive them
Osama
out
bin
of
Laden?
their homeland. And
So
then
why does Osama bin Laden turn against us then?
I don't know the whole fucking story behind that shit, but all I know is they got pissed at us and they talking about death to America. And if they talk about death to America and blow up like thousands of people in New York, yeah, we coming after your ass. Why not?
But if that's the case, but real quick, I got a question, check. If that's the case, then why is it okay for all these immigrants to come through who say death to America? Why should we keep them here?
What Americans saying death to America?
I said immigrants.
I mean, what immigrants saying death to America? Like I ain't seen no immigrants saying death to America. I seen them repping Mexico, but they ain't saying death to America. They trying to work in the forums. What you talking about? Oh, are you talking about the Palestinians or something, or like the protests?
Any of them saying that? Yes, they're saying that at the protest. Yes. Why are we having their back when they're saying that bullshit? You just said you
follow the law.
I'm just saying because you have talked about, you're cool with the immigrants staying here. So you just said that people if they're against America.
No. Let me clarify my point. I never said the immigrants should stay here, or I'm trying to defend them staying here. I'm defending due process. That's all I've ever talked about when it came to the immigrants.
Why did people who would say that? Should they, if they're not a citizen, why should they get the same due process as a citizen when they're against America?
Bro, if a motherfucker talking about death to America, get that motherfucker out of here. I'm talking about immigrants that they grabbing up and putting in. They trying to put in alligator Auschwitz.
What's wrong with that? That's what's wrong with that.
Come on, Ramil. You know, like I know, bro. If you could get some Mexicans to build your motherfucking house for fucking $5 an hour, bro, you would be pissed off, bro. Come on, man.
Mexicans don't even build the best houses.
Bro. All I'm saying is, bro, they should be
that
able
alligator shit is lit. That is good shit, man. That shit is
man. But even like a lot of these Republicans coming out saying that the bill that would have went through under Biden that Trump told them not to push through would have fixed a lot of these issues that they trying to solve right now, because they were gonna have more immigration not attorneys, judges in there to process these people faster to get them out of the country. And then right now, still at this time period, Biden got more people out of the country than Trump has during the same amount of time period.
That's very true. And Obama still to this day, just at the rate.
So I'm
Trump ain't even about to deport half the motherfuckers.
So I'm not against getting people out. It's just that nigga trying to absorb power and he trying to do shit illegally and going around the courts and shit.
He's doing. What if he's not going around? The courts are ruling in his favor.
Yes, because it's a one-sided court, bro.
You just said he's going around the court, but the court's ruling in his favor. Now, how about the court? He didn't.
The lower courts, the majority of the lower courts are actually ruling against him. It's only the Supreme Court that's ruling in his favor.
And they're wrong. The Supreme Court is the law. Is the court of the land. So they're getting it wrong. Obviously, these judges don't know what they're doing.
Don't you think it's actually? Don't you think it's kind of interesting though
But
that
why they
Trump
don't know?
appointed three out of the
So
three out of
okay, so only
how they
three.
don't-
So the other 6 should be winning if that's the
But,
case. They're agreeing
but
with
that's the
3.
weird part about these conversations. How or the judges don't know what they doing when they rule in your favor, but they don't know what they doing when they don't rule in your favor.
No, they don't know what
fuck?
they don't know what they're doing when the Supreme Court has to come in and tell them, hey, what the fuck you doing? That's when they don't know. When the Supreme Court has to step in and say, yo, you tripping. That's when they because sometimes Trump lost in the Supreme Court too, but that's rare. He won
true.
most of them in the Supreme Court because these lower judges are taking their personal feelings and not applying the law. Instead, they're applying their personal feelings.
He also appointed the majority of the motherfuckers.
No, he only appointed 3 of them. He only appointed 3 of them.
Yeah. 3 out of 6. 3 out of 6 of the
3 out of 9.
conservatives. 3 out of 6 of the conservatives. I said the Republicans. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Man,
but
come on, man.
but the judges are still. He only got 3 judges.
But the courts are political though, Ramil. Come on, man. Come on.
Okay, so
we know this.
Which court? I mean, judges have parties, but as far as
I don't think they political, bro. They most of them people are. They keep that shit out of what they do in the
Supreme
courtroom.
Court. Okay, so y'all know the Constitution. According to the Constitution, the Supreme Court is really the only court that matter. All the other courts are inferior.
Yes, because they have the ability to actually interpret the Constitution.
Yeah,
but the interpretation is up to your political bias, bro.
No, the interpretation is up to what I mean. Really, for power wise, enforcement is up to what the Supreme Court says.
It's very rare. It's very rare that the ruling of the Supreme Court is not going to break down
bullshit
over ideological lines, bro. Like the liberals are always going to go one way, and the conservatives are always going to go another.
The liberals have been. That's not
the
true.
majority. It's only the rare exception.
It's rare.
It's the exception, bro. It's the exception. The majority of the time. These cases for like the past 6 years, these rulings have been breaking down on ideological lines, bro. You can predict the outcome just based off of who appointed them to the court.
That is not true.
It is definitely true.
That is not true. They be go flip flopping all. You don't know what then why if that's the case.
There are only 2 or 3 swing votes on the Supreme Court, and that's Roberts, Amy Coney Barrett, and matter of fact, it's just those 2. Roberts and Amy Coney Barrett are the only 2 swing votes on the Supreme Court. And the Republicans and the Democrats that watch the courts will tell you this. The Republicans that are always on Trump's side will be like, oh, I don't know if we can trust Amy Coney Barrett or John Roberts. I don't know. They might flip-flop. Because those 2 are kind of like more so like
they have rulings where it's been like 8-1, 9-0.
Those are the rare exception, bro. Those are the exceptions. What is the exception? The majority of the cases that we've been getting over the past 6 years, matter of fact, even the past 8 years.
Why does it have to be based on the part? How come they just can't be ruling based on the rule of law?
Because that's not how humans operate. Humans are flawed, corrupt creatures, bro. That's not how they, bro. If human beings are slaves to their own bias, if they're telling you up front, my bias is for the conservatives or my bias is for the liberals, believe them. And if you watch their track records, that's how the shit breaks down majority of the time, bro. Every once in a while, you'll get a situation where 8 out of 10, or you get a 9-0 per curiam, but that's rare, bro. That's rare, especially in the past 6 years, 8 years. That's rare, bro.
Okay. So once again, what you're saying that the Supreme Court is not pulling down the rule of law? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying
because you disagree with their rulings.
No. That's not what I said. What I'm saying is that the Supreme Court in particular, is a political entity, and you can predict how they're going to rule majority of the time just based off of who appointed them, whether they were a Republican or a Democrat.
Okay, why can't you predict?
A lot of times I'll agree with the Supreme Court, you know what I'm saying? But I recognize that, you know what I'm saying, the reality of the situation, these are not just like unbiased people just sticking to the facts and judging the law for what, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's the most unbiased institution in America, the Supreme Court. And I think it's always been. I mean, that's really.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Exactly, and I think even if they do have the bias, I think they're the most least biased institution in the country
because they.
I might be willing to meet you there. I might be willing to meet you there.
I get what you're saying, though, Django. Humans are flawed. I mean, we all know that. Any human in any type of system can compromise that system. So At the end of the day, yeah, you could. Some people are gonna have some biases and bring that into the courtroom, but it's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be unbiased. It's supposed to be a unbiased interpretation of the Constitution.
And so far,
Yeah, and Santa
majority
Claus
of the
supposed to bring me
time,
presents at the end of the year if I've been a good boy.
majority of the time, that is what. No matter what president's in office, they don't. Majority of the time, majority of the time, Supreme Court gets it right. That's just. I mean, no matter who's in office. I mean, they majority of the time, they do get it right. I mean, thankfully so, because that's what makes America the best legal system. I mean, I'm not saying they don't screw up, but majority of the time, they do get the rulings.
I'm willing to say that the Supreme Court is probably one of the least biased courts, if not the least biased. I'm willing to say that is up there, but I'm just that's just the main point that I'm trying to make is that even though it may have the least bias, it's still, you know what I'm saying, it's up to
what ruling have they gotten wrong then recently?
I'm just saying that you can predict what the ruling is going to be based off of whether it's majority conservative or Democrat. You can't tell me, Ramil, be honest with me. If it was a majority 6-3 liberal court, would they have overturned Roe v. Wade and affirmative action and Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness?
I don't know.
Or
come on, man. Come on. No.
Or
yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no?
That gun stuff as well. Second
Amendment. Yes or no?
Stuff.
Yes or no?
I'm not sure. Because I've seen a lot. I mean,
so you're not sure how a Democrat on the Supreme Court would behave if abortion rights was on the docket?
What if the Democrats vote on the last Roe v. Wade?
Come on, man.
I'm just curious.
Couldn't the Democrats at one time when under Obama had locked it up?
Yeah, but they gave it to the states, so it's not like they put the power back into the states.
Yeah,
which is how it's supposed to be.
But now Trump signed an executive order basically saying that if you do this in this state, it's illegal. It's a federal crime for, abortions and all that shit or whatever.
What bill did Donald Trump saying that getting an abortion is a federal crime? If they put it back to the states.
No, not a federal, but like Texas and a couple in Florida, I think.
That's still state.
Yeah. He gave it back to the states. He did.
Texas made it a crime.
Yeah, he did give it back to the states.
And that's it. I think abortion is just such an overhyped. I mean, that's just such a low level issue. That's just so overhyped.
But that's not the point that I'm trying to make. The point that I'm trying to make is that it's a prime example of how you can see that the liberals and the conservative, as it pertains to the court, would definitely have had a different breakdown. They may not have.
It's not a partisan issue. The state should. They used to. That's how it's supposed to be. The state.
Yeah, but as it pertains to the state, I'm specifically just talking about the courts because you know what I'm saying. The courts, they have the power to interpret the law for the whole country. You cannot tell me that the liberals versus the conservatives would handle that power in the same way.
Give me an example of a ruling that the conservatives just. You said the abortion thing.
Let's just keep it. Let's just keep it on abortion rights. Let's just keep it on abortion rights for the sake of argument. The liberals, we had I believe it was a 5-4 liberal majority up until the Trump administration. And the law of the land was Roe v. Wade for like 40, 50 years, 60 years or something like that. It was called a super precedent. Super precedent. That was what they called it. And when Donald Trump was appointing Amy Coney Barrett, Brett Kavanaugh, and the third one, I can't remember right now. They all said basically the same thing. This is a super precedent. We're not going to touch it. And the reason why they said that was because they knew they needed to say that in order to get through the Senate hearings and confirmation, because there's no way that the liberals who were in the majority or like 50-50 in the Senate, and the Senate is the ones that confirms the Supreme Court nominations. There's no way that the liberals would have let that slide.
What party was the court when Roe v. Wade first passed?
It was a liberal court. It was called the Warren Court, is what they called it. The Warren Court. And it was notorious. And this is the thing. In conservative, like the Federalist Society, like in conservative think tanks, in conservative culture, the Warren Court was like an assault in their perspective on the constitutional rule of law. Like it's just what it is, bro. The conservatives versus the liberals have a completely different way of just seeing what the Constitution is and how it's supposed to be interpreted. It is
okay.
it
So
is what it
if
is.
that's the case, which
It
you
is
know,
the case.
which like I said, I do think, like I said, the bias is there. I just think they're not as biased. But if that's the case, then there is a difference between the left and the right. There is a sort of uh left right structure. It's not it's
With
not
regards to
all
the
the same.
courts, with regards to the courts, I would say that whether you were appointed by a Democrat or a Republican is more relevant as opposed to the Congress. When it comes to the Congress, the uniparty really is an actual thing. It doesn't make a difference. Like the left right paradigm, kids table politics, that's about the Congress, in my opinion, as well the executive, because foreign policy is basically set in stone. But when it comes to the courts, I actually do think that it does make a difference whether or not a liberal or a conservative is on the bench. I do think that's true.
No, I definitely, can see. I mean, they're definitely going to have their sides, but it's just, you got a Republican judge who was appointed by the Republican in New Hampshire trying to bring back the birthright citizenship today. Oh, yesterday.
Which Republican though? Which Republican?
I don't know, one of them in New Hampshire, but he was a Republican judge.
I'll give you odds on the bet that it was either George Bush, Reagan.
It doesn't matter. It's still,
you know what I'm saying? It most definitely was not a Trump appointee.
But it was still a Republican.
But it is a difference though, bro, because a Trump did come through and change. I mean, we got to be intellectually honest when we're talking about the uniparty. When we're talking about the uniparty, where there is necessarily no difference between a Republican and a Democrat versus Trump and MAGA. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the reason why we're talking about in the beginning of the stream why MAGA is mad at Trump is because about this Epstein shit. Epstein is a member of the uniparty. He's one of the forces making sure that Democrats and Republicans are the same when it comes to Israel, right? When it comes to these small hats. So there are certain areas, there are certain issues where the uniparty is in full effect. And Trump, the promise of Trump was that he was going to break that status quo uniparty where there's no difference. He contradicted himself on that promise on the Epstein issue, which is why we are enjoying seeing these white boys crash out. You know what I'm saying? But with different issues, especially when it comes to the Supreme Court, is the main entity where this shit is actually a toss-up. All right. But for the majority of the time, it really ain't no difference. But Trump did sell himself to America. You remember this like I remember this. He told the American people he was going to be different, and he built a cult of personality on him being an outsider and outside of the uniparty establishment. And the whole reason why these political streams be so lit is because we are watching Trump literally play in these white people's face and show the people rather that he is no different from the uniparty in a lot of the issues, perhaps even the majority of issues. When it comes to the courts, maybe not so much. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, I mean, I would definitely say that Trump is definitely, like with the Epstein and stuff like that, he's definitely, like you said, not,
he playing in their face.
But there are also stuff that he is on. Once again, y'all, I'm still waiting on these tariffs for the damage. I'm still, them tariffs fixed the deficit, fixed a deficit. As I'm pretty sure. Yeah, here you go. I'm waiting on the tariff. I'm waiting on gas to go up to $8. Y'all said the tariffs was gonna fuck everything up. I'm trying to understand because if the deficit is getting fixed,
bro. Let me tell you, the deficit ain't going. Let me tell you something. Because I read through
I'm not talking about
Big
the
Beautiful.
Debt.
I actually took. I'm hearing what you're saying. I actually took like 2 hours. I might post
the
this.
Big Beautiful bill either. I'm talking about
no. But the reason why I'm bringing up the Big Beautiful bill when you bring up the deficit is because in the Big Beautiful bill This is a lot of the reason why the Republicans were holding out for so long to pass it. They raised the debt ceiling. Okay, the debt ceiling allows you to contribute more to the yearly deficit. So the deficit, bro, the debt is just a rolling list of all the deficits year over year. If you add $1 trillion to the deficit in 1 year, then in the next year, the deficit resets and that trillion gets tacked onto the debt. So you need to increase the debt limit in order to add to the deficit. If they weren't going to add to the deficit, they wouldn't have needed to increase the debt limit. That's why I'm bringing it up. So when you say that these tariffs are going to fix the deficit, it's not going to happen. I'm not saying that the tariffs aren't going to bring in revenue. I was one of the main people. I showed, I pull up the daily treasury statement and I was showing when the tariffs were really hitting before he paused them for 30 days and 90 days or whatever the case may be. I was one of the main people showing, hey, these tariffs are actually hitting. We made as much as we usually do in a year in a month. That's a big deal. I was actually willing to give the props. It still needs to be more if they really want to get rid of some of these income taxes. But the fact is, if you want to bring up the debt and the deficit, then you have to acknowledge the fact that in this bill that they just passed, they're going to add more to the deficit.
Like a motherfucker, dog.
What you talking about?
I was talking the deficit. I'm talking about government revenue. All right, which it was down, and I'm talking about from last June and how this year it went up 27 billion from the negative 70 billion from last June. I'm talking about government revenue. You're talking about the debt. All right, the tariffs have. The government's bringing in more revenue because
the tariffs did increase revenue. Yes,
that's all I'm saying. So you start talking about the debt. I'm talking about you get now where the price increase that you guys said was going to happen. You guys said shit was going to go up eightfold.
Well, I actually did not say that prices would go up due to the tariffs.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not. No, I did not.
Oh my God.
No, I did not.
Y'all was
I did not.
Y'all had tariff derangement.
I did.
Yes,
I did. I'm the one that said that shit.
Where is it happening? I'm still waiting on that.
It's paused.
It's not.
Like, how can it go up if it's paused?
Hey, that taco is a motherfucker. Hey, Techie, that taco is a.
What are you talking about? How can the prices go up if the shit's paused and people are paying the regular prices?
Have literally been in effect for like the past few months.
No, not consistently. No,
not like what he was initially saying that
the
he
tariffs
wanted to
have
put
went
in place.
up.
There was like
within the last day.
There was like
some
2 weeks.
Some countries are getting higher tariffs now.
And he also added exclusions and all that shit for certain stuff, like certain stuff that wasn't originally on there. He was trying to attach for everything. Like right now, they even talking about. All right, right now, the one that they talking about on the news currently that I seen yesterday was
up.
No, listen. The one thing I'm seeing that they talking about right now on the news is coffee. Coffee is about to go up if these tariffs go into place.
They are in place. They're in place. On Brazil,
they going up. Then it's going up because they was talking about it on the news.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see it.
Well, next time we talk about this shit, we'll see
people
if
still
it went
gonna
up.
be drinking that nasty shit every day at work.
I ain't gonna drink it, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, I don't drink that shit.
Not going up like that.
I don't know.
I've
man.
yet to feel it. I'm
all
waiting.
Right, so, but I'm saying though, like you say you're a business guy, bro. Like I don't understand how you don't get that the shit is gonna go up. If you have to pay more for something to get it, you obviously gonna charge the people you selling it to more.
Pass it on.
That's not true.
So you're gonna absorb that fucking price? You're gonna absorb that shit and lose money?
It depends.
That's
on
bad business. That's bad business.
Then why haven't they done it now?
Because the tariffs have been on and off. Taco.
They've been on. They've been on for like the past all
right, bro.
They literally it was a flat rate, right? And then
it's been on and bro. It's been on and off like
that was like a few months ago. Okay,
it's been on and off, back and forth for the past few months, bro. Like every 2 weeks, this motherfucker is adding or subtracting from the shit.
How long has the flat rate tariffs been going on before?
Bro, we don't even really know if that shit is still in effect, bro. Like This
I
nigga be
don't be
changing
following.
It
his
is in
opinion
effect.
like
That's what
every
I'm telling you, it's
bro.
how they collect the revenue if it's not in effect? How
I
have
ain't
the
been
They
paying
revenues
don't.
been
If
attention
it's
to
not
collected?
in effect, then they don't collect the revenue. That's what I'm trying
I'm
to
saying,
say.
how have they collected the
I'm
revenue
trying. Well, all I'm
to
trying to say.
increase to how have they?
I have the numbers to show that for 2 weeks, for sure, the tariffs were in effect, and in a single month, we were getting as much revenue as we typically do in a year. I have not seen those same numbers go back to where as high as they were when they were definitely on.
And the
That's what I'm
Ramil.
trying to tell
And
you.
then Ramil, let me say this one thing, bro. Like, if one of the biggest like online marketplaces was finna put on their website that we have to hike our prices because of the tariffs that Trump is putting in place, and I'm talking about Amazon. And Trump had to fucking go over there and say, "Oh, you can't do this. You can't do this. You're lying to the people." Nah, they're not lying. They had to fucking.
I mean,
They had
technically,
to
how will we
fucking.
know
They had to
Amazon is
fucking make the money up for the tariff prices that they were gonna have to pay to import these products.
okay? So where has and if they would have put that on there, that shit probably would have been like plus 15 cents or some shit.
I'm
And
not saying it
I
was. It
haven't
wasn't
seen
gonna be
any price
small.
on Amazon. I buy Amazon every day. That shit is not. That shit is the exact same. What
Hey,
have you guys bought off
I haven't
Amazon
seen.
that has increased?
I haven't seen that much of a difference either,
It
bro.
ain't no difference.
Shit, I just bought some hosted. Well, see, that's the thing. It could be a small amount. I don't know. I don't know.
I buy off that shit every day. It is
And
no
then
different.
Amazon could be absorbing the cost because he threatened Jeff Bezos when
He only
that
threatened
shit
him not to
happened.
show the price. He
Yeah,
only
that's what
threatened
I'm
him to show
saying.
it.
He threatened him,
He threatened him
and
not to
he
show the
probably
20
told him
cents.
some other shit. He probably told him some other shit in the background. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that shit, and you're gonna get something on the back end or whatever. So it could be some deal they worked out. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But so I haven't seen no price difference. You're right. I haven't. Like I just ordered some damn magazine holders the other damn day, and that shit came in. I mean, it was the same price as some shit I bought not that long ago. So I don't know.
I'm just saying, man. I thought everything was. I thought it was gonna be.
But I figure, I mean, that's a clear picture that the tariffs, in my opinion, I thought that would be a clear picture that one of the biggest, online sales platforms is putting on their marketplace that they're gonna have to go up on products that they have to import into the US because they have to pay a tariff when they import that shit into the US. So they passing the price along to the people that are purchasing the products because they obviously going to lose money at that point. I don't know. It's business
if
101.
it was the case, and if that was business 101, then the prices will reflect.
It depends on your market, bro, because we know about the
I'm
concept.
trying to tell you guys, it's not that direct.
Right. Well, I do agree with you, Ramil, in that sense. It's not as direct. There is a concept of an inelastic demand. So if people are gonna buy your product regardless because they need it, then they're just gonna cut down on their spending in other areas. Yeah, and that's one thing that people aren't necessarily taking into account is it could actually overall we got to wait and see how the shit plays out. But in theory, it could turn out that just the prices on the shit go up that people need to get, and the prices go down on the things that people don't necessarily need, where it's not as inelastic demand.
And
so
this
the economy could actually slow down in certain places and stay the same in others. Well, we got to see.
And this is another part of it. Like, okay, I mean, you understand this as a business guy. So if shirt $20 or whatever, and right now you selling it for $12, or you making a profit of $12 or whatever, and now you have to pay a tariff on top of it, and so now the shirt costs you $15 to import or whatever. You may just sit there and try to take and takes less money for the product or less profit for the product. You see what I'm saying? So, and I think that's something probably Trump told Bezos. You just gonna have to take less profit, dude.
I mean, that's a theory. I mean, but I'm just saying that the tenfold in pricing and all other shit. It's just not happening.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I mean, based on the way the shit worked, that's what it looked like it was gonna do. And that's what a lot of economists
because they don't like
like
Trump.
Real economists.
They don't like Trump.
I'm
That's
talking
why.
about unbiased
They're not
economists were
unbiased.
saying the same thing. Okay, bro.
Them economists, pull up an economist right now. I bet you they're gonna be a liberal. Pull up economists that said that. I bet you. I be watching it. They don't like the guy that's the interest rate dude.
So the guy that's defending the tariffs with that's Trump treasurer, he's not biased.
I just said everybody's biased, including those economists.
I don't know, bro. Like
they all be. That's why they've been wrong. They just be. Even the Fed who in Atlanta was wrong. Cause they just don't like that nigga, and it is what it is. But the tariffs are gonna do this, gonna do that.
It is highly politicized. I give you that, but I'm just saying we gonna have to see. We just gonna have to see for real.
Yeah. Next time I talk to you, I'm gonna have some economists that are nonpartisan.
I mean, I would like to see that. I mean, it's just.
I mean, I want to see too. I'm interested to see it as well, bro. So
because the ones I be seeing, they clearly be
like Democrats or something, or
they
liberals
be
or
loud, and just what the Democrats got to do that shit because Trump.
Hey, that's a fact. That's a fact. Red and black. The economists are biased, but not the justices. That's a fact. Yeah, that's right.
I already said the justices were biased. I said it's the most unbiased institution in America.
Yeah.
I didn't say they weren't biased. I just said they're not as biased as everyone else because the court is you're supposed to have an equal rule of law in there. So it's the best you could probably gonna get.
Not all bias is created equal. I got you.
You stupid Django. Yeah, but nah, we'll see, man. We'll see what happens, bro. Like it's just a daily thing, bro. Just seeing this shit go up and down and what's gonna actually happen. And then it's coming out now that see, and that's the thing, Ramil. It's coming out now that Trump don't even give a fuck about this shit. He just doing this shit for attention. That's what's coming out. They're saying that like an insider that's around Trump saying that this whole tariff thing is just bullshit. That
what's the source?
It's just all right. I don't know. It's just an insider that put some information out, basically saying that it's just bullshit. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can say that, but it's just like the trust me, bro. When shit was coming out about the Pentagon, them lying about the strikes and shit, and then the actual real shit came out that they was lying. So I think
Trump's foreign policy is just
trash
policy. I mean, it's just.
It's the same as any other president.
That's what I'm saying. It's not going to be no sell way. What I'm really worried about is this insider here and then the money. You know, the foreign policy. No matter who they all, they all be on bullshit with that foreign policy. You know, that's not a Trump thing. Being on bullshit with foreign policy is an American thing.
I agree with you, Ramil, and that's why when it comes to this mineral deal, that's why I'm saying like that shit is a pretense, bro. Because the real money is in these weapon sales, bro. It's in these fucking bombs, my nigga. Like these 30,000 pound bombs, man, bro. These like $100 million each, bro. Like several $100 million. These fucking fighter jets, bro. Like. Ain't nothing fucking with the profit margins of these defense contractors, bro. It's like pure profit.
You need the minerals to make the weapons that are even created.
We do not need rare earth minerals in Ukraine to build U.S. fighter jets and bombs, bro.
No, but don't those minerals contribute to the building of those weapons?
They contributed to stuff, but it's not stopping us from building weapons though.
No, I'm saying I didn't say it's stopping. I'm just saying don't those minerals contribute to the weapon? I mean, I'm just, because I don't really see that much, what's the point? If we're not getting a piece of that, what's the point?
I know it's well I think that mineral deal, and that's why I think it really don't matter no more as far as the mineral deal. I mean, it's still in place, but I thought I was looking at that as something for Elon that he was trying to pull off,
That's a good
because and that
point.
was before they fell out, and that's because the minerals that were over there, because I remember it's just popping back up in my head when I looked into it. It was like lithium and shit that goes in the batteries
Correct.
that
And
they had over
titanium.
there. So I think that's the only because they was trying to treat that nigga like shit, Zelensky like shit, like why you ain't wear no suit, saying all that stupid shit to him when he was just coming over there trying to, I guess, ask for help, but whatever. I mean, them guys could do what they want to do in that situation, but yeah, I think that's what it was what originally about, because I know they had like the lithium stuff for batteries, which ties to those electric cars and all that neural network shit that nigga trying to do now. Oh, and I heard they doing experiments. They might be doing experiments on these I don't know. I'm gonna share a video with y'all in the Discord, bro, where it's like a conspiracy theory that's going around now, where that the Neuralink thing is tied to the alligator place, because they got
Shit.
they got a a place where they testing animals and shit over there, and it's a contract that
Hey,
Elon got, I think,
hey,
and it
on
also
that shit.
ties to Palantir. So
Exactly. That's exactly where
yeah.
I was about to go with that shit. Because, bro, when they were given that, when they had all them lights, camera, action in that El Salvadorian prison, when they had the fucking that lady, that white bitch who they got the head of DHS visiting, and they was going all through that fucking penitentiary system, and I was peeping shit. I was literally stopping the camera, stopping the video to zoom in on the security cameras and all the bio identification systems that they had. All that shit, literally because they have the branding
and then
on
also
like in plain view. All that shit going back
yeah,
to some Israeli company.
and then also
Palantir,
in the
fucking, it's crazy.
also in a
bro.
big beautiful bill, they got like man, I'm gonna have to share that shit with y'all, bro. It's like a medical, some kind of medical like $400 billion for some type of medical shit, and to I don't know, to get people, I don't know, to get something, and then it's like some statements that people said, like about people being tracked by a certain time period
Well,
or
see,
something. I don't know, bro. That shit is crazy.
look, I got a 2 hour. I spent 2 hours going through different sections of the big beautiful bill. I ain't posted yet, but I was literally going through that shit, bro. It's crazy. They got these work requirements. They gonna have these motherfucking 65-year-old motherfuckers checking in to get their fucking 80 hours a month so they can get their fucking welfare, bro. It's, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And I know this sounds like some 10-4 hat shit,
bro.
but
I'm not making this. I am
I
not
know.
making this up.
No, it's
This is
crazy
it.
how it's connected though. You could, like, when you connect the dots and you actually see that shit like right in front of you, like, damn, this shit look like this legit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. And I typically don't go for that conspiracy shit, bro. I typically don't go down those rabbit holes, but yeah, that shit look legit, man. But anyway, hey, I'm gonna call it a night, Tide City, man. I know you probably chilling, bro, and good talking to y'all though. Good talking to you, Ramil, as well as you, Django, as well. Shit, I'm gonna call it a night, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm slurring my words and shit by now. I'm sure a lot of niggas in the chat already know what
Yeah,
type
I'm
of
finna
time
go
I'm
to the
on.
bar. I'm finna go to the bar, man. All right,
Hey,
I
but
catch y'all.
happy
Man.
Friday, y'all niggas, man.
Yeah.
Be easy. Peace.
All right, peace.
All right, everybody gone. That nigga Ramil probably sleep. But all right, man. Listen, everybody hit the like button on the way out. I appreciate all the support. You know, everybody relax. If y'all have not joined the Discord, shout the zone, hit the link to the Discord. Also, the link to the Discord is in the description as well. So as we proceed, I'm gonna holler at y'all boys later. Peace.